sleep. I crashed a motorbike just thinking about you and wondering if we'll ever meet. Yeah. Hallelujah, run for the hills, yeah, looking like a pixie beach. Yeah. You thought I'd boo you up, but it's not true. Yeah, I called you up late last week. I got love like a freak. Take a peek at my cheeks, take a stroll down a well. Why do I let myself take a ride in my van? Make me feel like a man, lay me down in the street. Who live like a freak? Wrote a song for you. It goes like this: a bing, bing, bang, bang, a bum, bum, boom. I hope you like it. It goes like that: a bing, bing, bang, bang, ding, 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 dang. Woo! Yeah, yeah, yeah. Close my eyes and you're thinking about me. You got a red dress on and I can just barely see. I feel hot, I feel hot, I feel hot inside. And you're taking me for a demon ride. I got love like a freak. Take a peek at my cheeks, take a stroll down a well. Watch you ride down myself, ride in my van, make me feel like a man, lay me down in the street. Love like a freak. All right, all right, all right. I'm so excited to be here in Chicago. Right outside of it anyway. So I'm gonna get these dirty boys involved in a little something here. These dirty EVOLFO boys. So here we go. Come on, you guys ready? You guys ready? Come on. Give me an L. And then a U. And then a V. Hey, what's that spell? So what that spell? Oh yeah, that's nice. Real nice. Second word. Here it comes. Give me an F. And then a R. And then a E. Next A. And then a K. What that spell? So what that spell? I said a freak, a freak, a freak, freak, freak. I said a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I got love like a freak. Take a peek at my cheeks, take a stroll down a well. And you under my veil, and go right in my van, make me feel like a man, lay me down in the street. Love like a freak. Love like a freak now, baby. Love me now, baby. Love like a freak now, baby. Love like a freak. All right. We're EVOLFO. We're out here from Brooklyn, playing live on WCSF right now. Got a show in Chicago tonight, Beat Kitchen. Should be a mighty fine time. This is a song called Moon Eclipsed the Sun.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Knocking at your door now, let me in. Oh, I try, yes I try. Oh, you're not bad, but you're not good. You just say that you misunderstood. Oh, I ain't gonna try. Ain't gonna be no shine, or even shine. When the moon eclipses the sun, well, then my baby gets long gone. I can't stop this buzz going round my head. Someone's gotta die. Ain't gonna be no shine or even shine when the moon eclipses the sun. Well, then my baby is long gone.
Pistol in both my hands, oh yeah, in both my hands. Sometimes I get real low, 'cause the cliffs reach up so high, and all the laughter and all the smoke start filling up my mind, oh yeah. Song out of the sky for just $1 bill. Laughter will echo on canyon walls. I'll go to town, drink my fill, oh yeah. Time to kill.
Thank you guys so much. We're EVOLFO. That's spelled E-V-O-L-F as in Frank. Oh. Thank you guys so much for having us here on WCSF.
Okay, and we're back here on WCSF with EVOLFO. Guys, how you doing?
Great.
Excellent. Glad to be here.
So there's 7 members of EVOLFO. If you guys could just kind of go down the line, like say your name, what you play, and where you're from.
I'm Matt Gibbs, originally from San Francisco, California. I play guitar and I sing vocals. Thanks.
Good radio voice.
My name's Rafferty Swink, and I play the organ. And I also sing. Oh. That is so rude.
And I'm Ron Lanzalata. I'm the bass player, and I'm from Long Island, New York.
My name's Kai Sorensen from Blair, Nebraska, and I play trumpet, tambourine, and yeah.
Hey, I'm Dave. I'm the man on the drums. I'm originally from Maine.
And I'm Robert Krolowicz.
That's it.
My name is Jared Yee. I'm from Santa Barbara, California, and I play the saxophone.
Just velvety. So velvety.
All right, you guys have really good silky radio voices. I'm liking it.
Thank you.
So, how long have you guys been playing together, and how'd the band kind of like come to fruition?
Well, I started this band back in 2009 and slowly dwindled it down from like 20 members to this core 7. We met. We met in Boston. This particular crew, we were all living there in the neighborhood of Allston, Massachusetts, and started playing like basement shows, and we were playing like ridiculous kind of punk funk or something along those lines, horrible sounding along those lines, and it was really, I mean, we got along real good, and we had a really good time in those basements and stuff. That's the source.
Nice. Okay. And you guys like characterize yourselves as like garage soul. Where did that come from, and kind of like how did you find that sound? Was it always like that, or did you kind of like morph into that sound over time?
Oh, yeah, we definitely morphed. We went through a lot of different kind of explorations to try to find our sound, and I think garage soul is kind of just the best thing at the moment to explain it in a concise manner, but I don't know if that even really covers it fully. I just think that, we like a lot of psychedelic rock and punk rock and also, soul music, and, we're all over the place, so I think that kind of bleeds in.
Nice, yeah, and I mean it definitely like shows in the sound too. Like you guys have a lot of like
it took us
diversity.
a long time. We spent like the last 2 years, 2.5, 3 years trying to figure it out, and I feel like we're still working on that. But
yeah, and maybe you're kind of just always going to be doing that, if anything. Like that's
most definitely.
That's the plan, yeah.
Yeah, if you feel like you're just like there, then you're probably washed out.
And then what influences is mostly what you guys draw from? Like what bands do you guys listen to the most?
It's like I feel like we all dig like the old soul sound, like old dusty soul recordings.
Okay.
Stuff like that, like crazy psychedelic rock.
Any like particular albums that kind of influenced your later work?
I feel like everyone should just go down and say name a record.
Yeah, go for it. Why not?
Yeah. Start with George.
Start with Mart.
Oh, Mark. Okay.
All right, let's see. I'd say Funhouse, Iggy Pop, definitely a major influence on me as a performer, and that album I think is just it's got some soul and it's got the energy and all that stuff. So I've always been about those performers who just wreck themselves on stage and whatever. I love them.
Nice.
That's a good one. I'm going with A Love Supreme by John Coltrane. No explanation necessary there.
Wow. That's a good pick.
I'm just going to shout out like Daptone Records.
Damn it, Ron,
as far as modern soul goes, I mean they just lost Charles Bradley. He's been a big influence on us. So really anything out of their catalog.
Soothing sounds.
I've taken a lot of influence from Unknown Mortal Orchestra.
Any one of their records, really. I think they do a good job of exploring lo-fi soundscapes and do it really, really well. And I actually saw them live in a surprise show in Brooklyn. It was one of the coolest things I'd ever seen.
Oh, nice.
Voodoo by D'Angelo. Yeah.
The ultimate.
Come on. Come on.
The ultimate collection.
Ultimate baby making record right there.
Can I pass? I'm blanking.
Okay.
You're allowed one pass.
There's just been I mean, I can't really name one. There's like just a bunch of influences that I can think of, like Tower Power, David Bowie. I got really into Black Star. I was listening to that a lot.
It's a great record.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
Also, All Night Long by Lionel Richie has
Oh,
played a really big role in this tour so far.
Nice, man. And you guys recently released Last of the Acid Cowboys, and that was April of this year, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how has that release been up until this point?
Man, it's been awesome. I just feel like we've met. It just felt like it opened up a whole new, exciting world for us and for me. And there's so many people I want to shout out, and I'm grateful to for helping us get the record out. I mean, the main one would be Raw Potato Family, our record label, and they just, it's like an altruistic thing that they did. They just said, this is a cool record and we want to see it on wax, and that was neat. I mean, I feel like people don't do that. That's how you imagine it, right? Like, people are like, man, you guys are fit to be stars. We're going to make you stars. But nobody says things like that, and this really felt like somebody taking a gamble on us. And yeah, we've done a lot of traveling, touring the record, and I think it's just been awesome. And creatively, I think it's a springboard for everything we want to do now and get really friggin' weird.
Well, that's awesome. And I actually kind of want to ask you guys a little bit about like the actual recording process, because I just love the chemistry of like making an album together and like how it went along. Did you guys go into it with like a pretty set way of going into it, or was it more like experimental, kind of messing around with some stuff?
It was definitely a learning process, I'd say. It was kind of because we'd tracked a couple EPs in the past, and this was the first kind of more ambitious project and kind of what I feel like we used to define our sound. And so it took a long time, and we definitely went in with a plan, but the plan kind of changed. And I think we're kind of right at the beginning of that big circle again. And I think this time it's going to be a lot more efficient, at least. I think that we made a lot of mistakes and learned from them. So
was it a longer process, or did it come out pretty quick?
Yeah, I think that, it was long, but I think that it just needed to take the time that it needed to take in order for us to figure out the sound and the vibe and stuff. And now that we've figured that out a little bit, I think that it'll be faster.
Now, so sonically definitely different than your previous records from kind of like a hardware standpoint and how you went into it. Was it different than your previous recordings?
Yeah. I think definitely as far as, you mean like hardware, like gear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, I think things really changed between the last recording and this one. I remember specifically just like plugging into my amp and being like, ooh, delay pedal. And like, just, I didn't even know what any of the things meant, stuff like that. And there's something cool about that because you just use your ear. But then, I think it's on another level. We started experimenting like that with like gear that had a real vibe and a real, like, all this gear had so much personality.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just like I feel like, I feel like recording live. Recording the rhythm section live to tape also was something that we hadn't done until this record, which was we aren't by any means like analog purists, but we did record the rhythm section basics to tape and then go kind of Pro Tools back and forth. We like went all over the place, and
so it got
kind
of mix match of the
very
two.
much so. And it got kind of confusing for a while, but I think that just being in different studio spaces and experiencing tracking to tape and just like the benefit, like the pros and cons and stuff, you know. That kind of
Oh
thing.
yeah, and I mean, I'm sure it was definitely a process like switching between the two. Which studios did you guys end up going to?
We recorded the vast majority of it at a place called Black Lodge, affectionately called the Velvet Nipple, which is in Bushwick. And
Nice,
that
okay.
was, you know, we recorded most of the stuff there, and then kind of just did bedroom. We have like some like home studios between the dudes in the band, so that was mixing a lot at home, and then also mixing at this place called Diamond Mine, which is up in Long Island City. So
It sounds great too. I mean, I listened to it on this morning on the way to driving here, and the
sweet.
quality sounds really good, guys. So like you
Thank
did a
you.
fantastic job like
Yeah,
all the way
thanks.
around. Live performance was also fantastic. Like
Thank
probably
you.
one of the best DARA sessions we've ever had. So,
Oh,
yeah, nice
sick.
job.
Ooh.
And you guys are playing tonight at the Beat Kitchen, right?
Correct. Yeah, we're playing tonight at Beat Kitchen. Doors are 7:00. Liquid Gardens was who we added recently, and then our homies in a band called Gramps the Vamp, and they play like doom funk horror Afrobeat.
Yeah, it's wild.
And
Sort of scary.
yeah, so doors are at 7. Music should get going around 8.
All right, awesome. And if you are listening in right now and you have some free time tonight, definitely make it out to the Beat Kitchen. Check them out. That's EVOLFO. And yeah, thanks for coming in, guys. Really, I appreciate
you
you
so much for having us.
That's been great.
Awesome. So we're going to switch it on over to our regular programming again. And then, like I said, check them out tonight if you can. They're at the Beat Kitchen. Do you guys know what time doors open for that?
7 p.m. doors.
7 p.m. Check them out. That's EVOLFO here on WCSF 88.7 FM.